Hello everyone. So now today we will be taking up with question number 12 of AFS. Already we discussed in the last question 10 and 11 are important. So question 12 we are going to take up today. All of you mark it as important question. Question 10 and 11 we have already done in the last lectures and they are also important, and this is also an important question. If it comes in exams, it will be straight away for weightage of 9 to 15 marks. So understand this. Understand this. A company runs a holiday house, and for that purpose, it has hired, underline all of you, hired a building at a rent of rupees 10,000 per month. Okay, it has hired a building at a rent of rupees 10,000 per month. So this is one of the expenses along with 5% of total takings. Means you all can say that here 10,000 per month is the fixed rent. Okay, 10,000 per month is the fixed rent we are going to pay him. Along with 5% of total taking means this is the variable rent. Variable rent means whatever is the total collections of the hotel, 5% of that collection, total takings, will also be passed on to the owner of the building from whom this building has been taken on rent. Look at it once again. A company runs a holiday house. For the purpose, it has hired a building at a rent of rupees 10,000 per month, that is the fixed rent, and 5% of total takings, that is a variable rent. So, in two different ways, the rent will be payable. One is 10,000 per month, means yearly 10,000 into 12, 1,20,000. The other is 5% of total takings. So, whatever is the total collection of the hotel, 5% of that will be passed on to the owner of the building. 5% of that will be given to the owner of the building as a part of rent. So in short, he is sharing in the profits of the business also, owner of the building. It has three types of suites for its customers, that is single room, double room and triple room. So there are three types of rooms available in the hotel. Single room means where possibly one person can stay or maybe two-person in a single room. Double room means there'll be two rooms, and triple room means there'll be three rooms, so three different families can also stay at the same time. Following information is available. Types of suites. Single rooms, there are 100 such rooms, and 100% occupancy means all the 100 rooms are sold out all 365 days in a year. I repeat, 100% occupancy means all the 100 rooms are sold out all 365 days a year. Double room, there are 50 such rooms in the hotel. 80% is the occupancy, means 365 days, 80%, 50 rooms are sold off. And triple rooms, there are 30 and occupancy is 60%, means 60% of 365 days, 30 rooms go on rent. Remaining 40% days, they are not going on rent. Of course, this table is important and has some relevance also when we solve the question. At the end part, it will be relevant. So at that time, we'll see this once again. This is the most important part in this question. The rent of double room suite is to be fixed at 2.5 times of the single room. Means whatever amount you charge for the double room, it should be 2.5 times of the single room. So suppose you charge 1,000 rupees for the single room, then for the double room you must be charging 2,500. 2.5 times of that. Okay. And of the triple room as twice of double room suite. So as I discussed, if you charge 1,000 rupees for the single room, 2.5 times of that, 2,500 for the double room, and double room 2,500 twice, double, 5,000 you will charge for the triple room. This is just an example. Actual amount to be charged is what actually we have to find in this question. Okay. So if you charge 1,000 for the single room, 2,500 would be the rent of double room, and double of that 5,000 would be the rent of triple room. Look at it once again. The rent of double room suite is to be fixed at 2.5 times of the single room. and that of triple room suite as twice of double room suite. So this is the most important part in this question. We'll see in the solution later on how to work it out. The other expenses for the year, underline for the year. All the expenses are given for the whole year. So that means we will be making the statement for 1 year. Since all the other expenses are given for 1 year, we will be making the statement for 1 year. Keep it in mind, all expenses are given for 1 year. So we will be making the statement also for 1 year. Now, which all expenses are given? Staff salaries, room attendants. Okay, this room attendants wages are 4,50,000. Room attendants wages is one item, that is 4,50,000. Lighting and heating, lighting, power and heating is also one item, that is 2,15,000. Repairs and maintenance is also one item, that is 1,23,500. Laundry charges are 80,500. Interior decoration is 74,000. Sundry expenses are 1,53,000. If it's printed properly in your study material, well and good. Otherwise, these corrections you will make. You are required to calculate room rent to be charged per day for single room, double room, and triple room. So this is what we have to find in our solution. How much we should charge for single room, double room, and triple room, fulfilling this condition that double rooms rent is 2.5 times of single room and triple rooms rent is twice of double room, fulfilling that condition. If profit is decided to be provided at 20% on total takings, so this we have been doing earlier also, on total takings means on sales. The profit is supposed to be 20% on sales, that reverse workings we will be doing, and assume 360 days in a year instead of 365, clearly given 360 days. So this occupancy etc we will calculate based on 360 days of the year. So I'm reading the question once again. Everyone understand it thoroughly once again and listen to it carefully. A company runs a holiday house. For the purpose, it has hired a building at a rent of rupees 10,000 per month along with 5% of total takings. So as I discussed, that rent will be charged by the owner of the building in two different ways. Fixed rent of 10,000 per month, 10,000 into 12, 1,20,000. 5% of total takings is the variable rent. Whatever is the total collection, sales of the hotel, 5% of that will be given as rent to the owner. It has three types of suites for its customers, that is single room, double room, and triple room. So three types of suites or rooms are available: single room, double room, and triple room. Following information is available. Single room, 100 rooms are there and 100% sold, means all 360 days they go on rent. Double room, 50 in number, 80% occupancy, means 360 80% days they are sold off. Triple room are 30 in number, 60% occupancy, means out of 360 days, as it is given in the question, out of 360 days, 60% of the days they go on rent. The rent of double room suite is to be fixed at 2.5 times of single room, that of triple room as twice of double room. This is the most important part in this question, and this is what is asked in the main answer also. We are required to calculate room rent to be charged per day for single room, double room, and triple room. So the rent which we charge for single room, double room, and triple room should be in such a manner that double room's rent is 2.5 times of single room and triple room's rent is double of double room, twice of double room. The other expenses for the year are as follows. Expenses are given for the year, so statement will be made for 1 year. From staff salaries to sundry expenses, all the expenses are given. And main question, we have to find the rent of single room, double room, and triple room. Profit is to be taken 20% on total takings, that is on sales, and assume 360 days in a year. So instead of 365 days, we have to take 360 days in a year and solve the question. All of you make the format and make the format with only two columns, particulars and amount. That's it. Only two columns are sufficient, particulars and amount. Okay. Make the formats, everyone. Pause the video and make the format. Yes, so I hope everyone has done the format. Heading should be holiday house, statement showing cost and profit for 1 year, particulars and amount, only two columns are required. Now very first what we will do is we'll take all the expenses, okay, starting from the beginning. So in the beginning you'll find there is a fixed rent of 10,000 per month. So all of you write down here fixed rent. Okay, all of you write down here fixed rent. Now that is 10,000 per month. Okay, so 10,000 into 12 months, 1,20,000. Now variable rent we will take at the end because 5% of total taking. So this is something like, if you all remember, we had done with overheads in question 9, 8, 7, and I think 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions we had done overheads part where 5% of sales was overheads and also profit was there. So this we will take at the end. Okay, this we will take at the end after making the workings. Okay. Next, directly expenses are given in this table. So staff salaries 14,25,000. Then after staff salaries, we have room attendants wages 4,50,000. Then after room attendants wages, we have lighting, power and heating 2,15,000. Then after lighting, power and heating, we have repairs and maintenance 1,23,500. After repairs and maintenance, we have laundry charges 80,500. After laundry charges, we have interior decoration 74,000. After interior decoration, we have sundry expenses 1,53,000. Now all expenses are taken except variable rent. What we do is first we do the total of all the expenses up till here. Okay. So total cost comes to 26,41,000, but this is the total cost in which we have not included variable rent. So you all should write here total cost excluding variable rent. Now in that we have to add the variable rent which we don't know. Why we don't know? Because it is 5% of total taking. So we are going to go reverse and find it out. And then what we shall get is the final total cost, including variable rent. In that we will have to add the profit, and then what we shall get is the total takings or sales. Okay. All these amounts will be finding by going reverse. So if you all remember, we have been doing this workings earlier also. You'll start with the reverse. Suppose takings is equal to 100. Now if you go reverse, plus will become minus profit. What we will get is total cost including variable rent. In that, further if we go reverse, then we'll minus variable rent, and what we'll get is total cost excluding variable rent. So I repeat it, we'll go reverse. We have done this earlier also in overheads kind of questions. Takings plus will become minus profit, we'll get total cost including variable rent, plus will become minus variable rent, we'll get total cost excluding variable rent. Now takings we have assumed as 100. Profit, all of you can see, is given as 20% of takings. So 100's 20%, profit will be 20. 100 minus 20, total cost including variable rent would be 80. From that you all can see variable rent is 5% of total takings. So again 5% of total takings. Variable rent would be 5 and 80 minus 5. The total cost excluding variable rent would be 75. Now total cost excluding variable rent we already know is 26,41,000. So comparing that, we can find out the variable rent as well as profit. When variable rent is 75, then when total cost excluding variable rent is 75, variable rent is 5. So when 26,41,000 is your total cost excluding variable rent, what is variable rent? You will do 26,41,000 into 5 divided by 75. Okay, 26,41,000 into 5 divided by 75. All of you do this calculations. You all must get 1,76,067. Okay, 1,76,067. Same way you can compare it when total cost excluding variable rent is 75, profit is 20. So when total cost excluding variable rent is 26,40,000, what is the profit? So here also if you cross multiply 26,41,000 into 20 divided by 75, then your profit would come to 7,04,267. Okay, 7,04,267. Now these figures will put it over here. So variable rent from working note 1, what do we get? 1,76,067. 1,76,067. If we add it, then 26,41,000 plus 1,76,067. So that comes to 28,17,067. Okay. Total cost including variable rent is 28,17,067. Again, profit also we have calculated in working note 1, that comes to 7,04,267. So 7,04,267. If we further add it, then the takings would come to what amount? Plus 704,267. 35,21,334. Okay, 35,21,334. Now you all just have to cross check. It was given in the question that variable rent is 5% of total takings. Cross check 35,21,334 into 5%. Does it come to 176067 or not? Yes. Same way profit was given as 20% of total takings. Okay, profit was given as 20% of total takings. So cross check. Takings are 35,21,334 into 20%. Do you all get the profit also as 704,267 or not? So this is just to cross verify whether we have done the calculations correct or not. Now this part was quite simple in the solution because it was exactly same as what we have been doing earlier also. Okay, what is important is the next part, that is how to find the room rent from this. How much should we charge for single room, how much should we charge for double room, and how much should we charge for triple room. Let's see how to make the workings further. Now all of you understand how to make this calculations, so all of you can give the heading calculation of room rent. Okay, calculation of room rent is what we are doing now. Now very first of all we find out the occupancy. Why? Because room rent has to be recovered only based on the number of days the rooms are sold. So we need to first find out the occupancy. Okay, very first we need to find out the occupancy. So in that give the subheading occupancy. Yes, now how will we find the occupancy of the rooms? Understand it. 100 rooms are there, 360 days in a year we have to take, and 100% is occupancy level. So 100 rooms into 360 days into 100% occupancy means 36,000 rooms are sold out during the year. 100 rooms into 360 days, and all 360 days they go on rent. So 100 into 360, 36,000 rooms actually go on rent. Double rooms, 50 are there, 80% is occupancy. So 50 rooms into 360 days into 80% occupancy means all 360 days they don't go on rent. So 50 rooms into 360 days into 80% occupancy means 14,400 rooms are sold off during the year. 14,400 double rooms are sold off during the year. Now triple rooms, 30 are there and 60% is occupancy. So 30 rooms into 360 days into 60% occupancy. So 30 into 360 into 60% occupancy means 6480 rooms go on rent. So 36,000 single rooms go on rent during the year, 14,400 double rooms go on rent during the year, and 6,480 triple rooms go on rent during the year. What is the relevance of all this? Whatever money we have to recover, that is the money which we want to recover. Okay, the money which we want to recover, 3521334, that we have to recover by selling these rooms, and we have to recover in such a manner that for a double room we charge 2.5 times of single room, and for triple room we charge double of double room. This all we have to keep in mind. So very first of all we find out that 36,000 single rooms are sold during the year, 14,400 double rooms are sold during the year, and 6,480 triple rooms are sold during the year. Now how to calculate its rent? Be attentive. You can make columns of single room, double room, and triple room. And one more column of total. It will help in one of the calculations. Okay, here we can make particulars. So all of you can pause the video and make these columns systematically. Now very first what we do is number of rooms occupied or sold. What are the number of rooms occupied or sold? 36,000 single rooms as we have calculated here, 14,400 double rooms as we have calculated here, 6,480 triple rooms. This total is not required presently. Okay, now how we have to assign the weights? All of you understand how we have to assign the weights for this. As it is given, what are the weights? Weights means importance. What is the importance? Double room we are going to charge 2.5 times of single room. So if you assume the rent of single room as 1, then the rent of double room is going to be 2.5. So this is called as weights. Double room's weightage or importance is 2.5 times of that is of single room. I repeat, for double room we are going to charge 2.5 times of single room. So you can say the importance from hotel's point of view, the weights, the importance of double room is 2.5 times of single room. So if the single room's weightage is 1, double room's weightage will be 2.5. Same way it is given that for triple room, we are going to charge twice of double room. So 2.5 into 2.5. Okay. 1 into 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5 into 2.5. Means if the importance of single room is 1, importance of double room from rent point of view becomes 2.5, and importance of triple room from rent point of view becomes 5. So this number of rooms, all of you multiply with these weights. 36,000 into 1 is 36,000. Okay. Then 14,400 into 2.5, 36,000. Now what does this mean? Though there are only 14,400 rooms, but because we charge 2.5 times rent of single room, the amount which we will recover from double room will be equal to the amount recovered from single rooms, because number of rooms are less but rent charged is more. So 36,000 and 36,000 indicates overall rent which we recover from double room will be same as the rent recovered from single room. Triple room 6480 into 5. Triple room 6480 into 5. The weightage comes to 32,400. So this is the weighted number of rooms. Now, why did we make the column of total? Now, why did we make the column of total? Here you do the total, it will help us in making certain calculations. 36,000 plus 36,000 plus 32,400. So total is 1,04,400. All of you write down 1,04,400. Now, why we did this total? When the total is 1,04,400, from that 36,000 is recovered from single rooms, 36,000 is recovered from double rooms, 32,400 is recovered from triple rooms. So what you do is now, we have to recover 35,21,334. We have to recover 35,21,334. So what is the total takings we will recover from single room, double room and triple room? You can say 35,21,334 will be recovered in the ratio of 36,000 is to 36,000 is to 32,400. That is 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400. Okay, I repeat. 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400. Same way here also 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400 is what we will recover from double rooms. And here 35,21,334 into 32,400 divided by 1,04,400 is what we will recover from triple rooms. I repeat, the total takings we have to recover from single, double and triple room in the ratio of 36,000 is to 36,000 is to 32,400. So 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400 we will recover from single room. 35,21,334 into 32,400 divided by 1,04,400 we will recover from triple rooms. So let us make these calculations. Let us find out what does it come to. 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400. That comes to 12,14,253. Same way, 35,21,334 into 36,000 divided by 1,04,400. That comes to 12,14,253. Same amount only. And 35,21,334 into 32,400 divide by 1,04,400 comes to 10,92,828. All of you can cross check the total of these three comes to 35,21,334 or not. 12,14,253 plus 12,14,253 plus 10,92,888.28. So all of you will find it comes to 35,21,334. Now, what is the rent? What is the question asked? What is the room rent to be charged per day? For that, what we will do is we'll divide this by number of rooms occupied or sold during the year. Okay, we will divide it by number of rooms occupied or sold during the year. 36,000 rooms are sold during the year, so 12,14,253 we have to recover from 36,000 rooms. Same way, 14,400 double rooms are occupied during the year, so 12,14,253 we have to recover from 14,400 double rooms, and 10,92,828 we have to recover from 6,480 triple rooms. So you will divide it by this amount, means 12,14,253 divided by 36,000. So rupees 33.73, 729 means 73. We will charge for single room rent per day. Then 12,14,253 divided by 14,400 means 84 rupees 84.32 is what we will charge per day for double rooms, and 10,92,828 divided by 6,480, so 168 rupees 168.65 is what we will charge for triple rooms. Now cross check. This is the room rent to be charged per day. Okay, this is the room rent to be charged per day. All of you cross verify. It was given that the rent of double room should be 2.5 times of single room. Rent of single rooms we got 33.73. Do into 2.5. Cross check. Do we get 84.32 or not? So is this coming to 2.5 times of single room or not? Yes. And for triple rooms, the rent should be double or twice of double room. What was the condition? For triple rooms, it should be twice of double room. So if you do 84.32 into double twice, do we get 168.65 or not? Yes. So the condition what we required is fulfilled over here. All of you pause the video, rewind it again, listen to it again so that these calculations you understand. More practice of this we will be doing in the live sessions as well as in the next lecture. So again, as we do 2 or 3 questions, you'll be completely confident with the same. But you can pause the video, rewind and listen to it again because this calculation is very important. Okay, so that will be all for today's lecture. Bye everyone, see you in the next lecture.